As breaking news as COVID-19 starts to get worse and worse and worse. Schools have shut across the UK, except to those of key workers and the most vulnerable. This extremely distressing incident for families, children, the NHS staff and those of key workers. Extremely stressful, the schools have shut, except special SEN schools, special educational needs, for children with an educational healthcare plan, EHCP. Firstly, how do you protect yourself and others? Staying at home if you think you have coronavirus. Self-isolation for 14 days. Staying at home. How everyone can stop coronavirus. Social distancing. How to protect extremely vulnerable people. Shielding. Stay at home if you or any of your family have a high temperature, a persistent new cough, lasting every second, coughing all the time, or just a general cough. Stay home for 14 days, the whole family in self-isolation period. Stevenson Academy news. Stevenson Academy will remain open currently, and at some point it may close due to new government advice. Here are some news about schools that are either open or closed. Abbey's Primary, open. There are no current or upcoming closures. Ashbrook, open. Barleyhurst Park Primary, open. Bishop Parker Catholic, open. Bow Brick Hill CE Primary School, open. Bradwell Village, open. Bridge Academy, all 4 schools, and Stevenson Academy, open. Brooklands Farm Primary School, open. Chestnuts, open. Christ Vesera Ecumenical, open. Cold Harbour Church of England, open. Charles Warren Academy, open. Zedars Primary, closed. Castlethorpe First, open. Caroline Hazlitt Primary, open. Bushfield, open. Broughton Fields Primary, open. Brookswood, open. Hazley Academy, closed. Radcliffe, closed. For any more information on open or closed schools, please visit gov.uk closed schools or email localmknews@gmail.com. Iran's leader Ali tests positive for COVID-19 coronavirus, Iran. Breaking news. More than 65,000 NHS staff retired, asked to rejoin to help tackle COVID-19 due to coronavirus pandemic, UK. Johnson, exams not to take place in May and June except for the vulnerable and loads of key workers. Johnson has said children should not be left with older people. The more self-isolating, the better. Self-isolating could soon be a mandatory legal requirement by law, and you could face prison time for not following this law. In a medical emergency, dial 999, whatever it is. Use the NHS 111 online service and do not call 111. Go to your GP surgery or hospital or medical centre. All bars, pubs or restaurants use the NHS 111 service for medical inquiries that aren't serious enough for hospital emergency treatment. Popular programmes currently cancelled by BBC. Care homes could be spreading COVID-19, says UK Parliament and NHS. COVID-19 protection tips. 1. Wash your hands for 20 plus seconds properly. 2. Self-isolate if necessary, or you're vulnerable to the virus, or you've got it, or your family have. 3. Avoid being out as much. 4. Deep clean your house regularly. Milton Keynes patient dies in Milton Keynes University Hospital, NHS Foundation Trust. Victim Craig in 40s, youngest victim to die in UK Milton Keynes. His family go on to say, how dare COVID-19 take Craig? Who exactly is at risk to this virus? OAPs, old age pensioners, smokers, children under 5 and the over 70s, and the people with pre-existing health conditions. Milton Keynes aged charity stores, 9+ stores closed, Milton Keynes. Public places legally obliged to close at the moment. Violence is increasing due to COVID-19 outbreak. Toilet rolls, antibacterial gel and pasta being brought too much. Aldi's Milton Keynes currently have a policy of maximum 4 products per purchase of each. No more than 4. They won't let you get any more, which could be helping control the amount of toilet rolls going, but it does not seem to be working for hand gel and toilet roll. 98.1% of weddings are being cancelled, and weddings that remain open have a limit of 5 people that can go usually. If you suspect you may have COVID-19, do not take ibuprofen, it worsens symptoms. People over 70 are highly at risk. Schools that have shut has left students and parents worried about their family and jaw dropped, and them missing socialisation, education, and seeing everybody that they'll miss. NHS testing new cures for the COVID-19. We are currently relying on the UK's National Health Service, NHS, and UK Government and Parliament to act on what they've said, and in 12 weeks hope that this will all be over as they promised, and we must continue to follow government advice. It is crucial. Flu jab proven not to work for COVID-19. Non-essential travel for unnecessary reasons banned. COVID-19 started in China from 2 Chinese people in a hotel who did not isolate when they were requested by GPs to do so, as it was an unknown medical condition. Estimated time off school is 4 months. Measles and coronavirus together are potentially fatal. Young people are going to struggle with this incredibly distressing incident, and parents for whose students may misbehave due to the unnecessary change due to COVID-19. We have no other choice at this moment to do anything except stay indoors. SEN schools open to the public. You do not have to attend the SEN school unless your parents are working or they're key workers. The incident could lead to violence and protests in public. If you are taking medication, you must take it. It is crucial that you take it, or it may make you vulnerable. You should wash your hands properly all the time for 20 plus seconds. 1,000 plus deaths reported in Italy overtakes China drastically. Schools in worst case scenario could be shut for 18 months. UK's government and the NHS need to tackle this within 12 weeks as they promised fast. On Twitter, there is a viral video of a woman being assaulted when she asked a man for a pasta filled trolley. 1 bit of pasta, 1 packet. She was assaulted and shouted and sworn at, shoved and accused of having COVID-19. Opening restaurants could have huge fines to the owners of a restaurant and the manager. New advert could be released from Chris Whitty, Chief Medical Officer of the UK Government and NHS. MK Local News and Awareness UK Free, MKLN and A UK Free. Wash your hands, it is very important. That is all for this evening of this news. Thank you very much. If you've got any more questions, please email localmknews@gmail.com. Thank you very much. That's all for this evening. Good night.